For years now, the Callaway Apex range of irons has been a massive fan favourite, mainly down to their stunning looks. However, one of the complaints with Apex irons has been that they don't really produce an iron for the high handicapper. This year, however, Callaway brought out the new Apex DCB. Let's see how these things perform. Hi, it's Stewart Fraser, PGA Professional at Sneinton Golf, and as we mentioned, we've got the Callaway Apex DCB Iron to review. Now, this does give the average golfer an opportunity to play an Apex iron that's never had that chance before. They've always been known for producing really high quality. The Apex irons have always been one of the best feeling irons on the market, but the high handicap golfer has never had an iron really that they've been able to play because they've been quite difficult to use. They've not been really that playable. So now with them producing this DCB, the much bigger cavity back in an existing 1025 mild carbon steel head, gives you that feel, it gives you that forgiveness, and I'm expecting this iron to perform particularly well. So Callaway claim that the Apex DCB is the most forgiving Apex iron they've ever produced, and it certainly looks that way. It is a little bit bigger and a little bit chunkier than the other models. But they have put some more technology in this iron as well, which means that it is going to be more forgiving and a little bit hotter off the face than other things that they've produced. We've got the flash face cup technology, which is something that they've previously put in woods, which is going to make this iron hotter right across the face on strike from all parts. But also we've got a tungsten energy core now, which is supposed to distribute the weight differently, and specifically the medium and long irons, which is going to make this iron an awful lot easier to hit. And it's supposed to make it a lot easier to launch as well, especially with those lower lofted golf clubs, make them a lot easier to get up in the air. So one thing that Callaway have told me about this iron is, even though it's a big cavity back and it's very forgiving and easy to launch, it's supposed to feel every bit as good as the rest of the Apex range. So I'm really looking forward to having a go with this and seeing how it feels. Yeah, it feels really, really good. It definitely does what it says on the tin. Yeah, it feels perfect off the face. So I've got one or two miss hits on the face, but they felt okay as well, and the ball seemed to still fly all right. But that last one that hit out the centre, if I had my eyes closed, I could have well been playing the MB. It felt as solid and just as good a contact as it would have done with some of the more traditional players' irons that they produce in the Apex range. So I'm going to have a few more shots and put this through its paces and really try and figure out whether this club performs as well as what they claim. So yeah, can definitely confirm that these Apex DCB irons feel every bit as good as the rest of the range. They feel like a forged iron should do. So great job there by Callaway. However, one of the main things that people look at when they're buying a set of irons is, just how accurate are these things going to be. It's not all about distance. So I've got a little skills assessment set up on the flight scope, and I'm just going to have 5 shots at a target down there at 150 yards and see just how accurate these things are, and then I can give you some results as to my findings. Come on. Not bad. So the one thing we have discovered there is that 1 or 2 great shots, it appears I've still got it under pressure at least. So I've got 80% of the shots I hit within that green target zone. At 15 points out of 25, I'm fairly happy with that, to be fair. Not been playing very much, but this iron certainly does feel like it's very, very easy to hit. I was able to shape the ball the way I wanted, kept the ball down into the wind, which was great, which is not always able to do with a game improvement iron with a big cavity back. The thing I'm most impressed about with this iron is just the feel. It does feel like a proper player's club. It feels, because that forged head, it just makes it feel better than any other big cavity backed iron that I've tried previously. So Callaway have managed to produce an iron that's very, very playable in the Apex brand. Definitely a lot playable than all the previous Apex irons that they've produced. Really easy to hit, still feels every bit as good as an Apex iron should do and what their brand is known for. But I would imagine any high handicap golfer, mid to high handicap golfer, is going to find this club extremely easy to hit. It looks very premium in its lovely brushed steel finish, but that slightly wider sole and the deep cavity back means it's easy to launch up in the air, especially with those longer irons. And it performs great. It goes a long way. As seen with the skills test, it's accurate. I can still shape the ball with it. I'd be perfectly happy to put something like this in the golf bag, mainly because of the feel aspect of it as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on the Apex DCB Iron. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment whether you would actually pop this one in your golf bag. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.